Life is full of complexity. We believe your bank should help, not add to it. That's why we created Life Design, our unique banking approach that helps you get clarity about what options you have, which one is right for you, and why. It helps you move forward with the confidence that comes from making a well-informed decision. Working with a bank that actually cares. This is Life Design Banking, and we are Fidelity Bank. Let's get you where you want to be.
It was the little red door that did it. Something about it just said home. Not one door among a dozen like at my old apartment, but my own door. A door that leads to a yard where my dog can play, and a mailbox that says my name. For the very first time in my life, my mortgage from DCU means a place to call my own. What will DCU mean to you?
All the stars have aligned, it's our time to shine. Yeah, this is our moment. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Are you ready? Get ready.
Are you ready for it?
Are you ready for your life to change? Are you ready for what it takes? Make the break, creates the chosen. The moment is now, the time is golden. Dedication mixed with focus. No circus or hocus pocus. No joke when it comes to greatness. It's your moment, you just gotta take it out. Go time. Can't stop. Are you ready? This is the time.
Welcome to the Central Mass High School Sports Awards.
Please welcome to the stage Andrew Chernoff, Vice President of Sales and Strategy for the Worcester Telegram and Gazette and Telegram.com.
Good evening, Worcester and Central Mass. How we doing? Nice. This beats my high school cafeteria just a little bit, so congratulations for making it here. We're absolutely thrilled to have so many people in the room tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of the past year. 360 of our most outstanding student athletes in Central Mass are here. Athletes, just by being here, proves you put in the countless hours of hard work and made many sacrifices, and for that, congratulations on a job well done. And parents, can I ask every parent and loved one here to stand up and be honored tonight? Wouldn't happen without you. Let's stand up. I know it's a big ask. It's a big ask. Awesome. So just think about for a minute that very first sport that your child participated in. And since then, the amount of times you've driven them to practice, to games, pay for the hotel rooms, you cheered, you consoled, and encouraged your child. And all those sacrifices you made on behalf of your athletes is paying off tonight. So congratulations to you as well. This is also your night. And not to be overlooked, we have our coaches and athletic directors here tonight. If you're in the audience, please stand. See a couple back there, one over here. So these athletes have been successful tonight, not just in their sport, but in life as well, thanks to your leadership and mentorship. So congratulations to you as well on a job well done. Thank you. The Telegram and Gazette and Telegram.com are Central Mass's premier source for high school sports coverage. This event also celebrates what our reporters do each and every day. High school sports is something that we all recognize, we all know, and we all love. And the stories that come from our high school fields and courts help shape our community. So thank you for the hours and hours of coverage. Last, certainly not least, I want to take a moment and thank all of our event sponsors. This event, frankly, it doesn't happen without them. So their support allows us to provide free tickets to all student athletes for tonight's show. We're happy for their participation and so grateful to them. Their investment allows this family to be a night to remember for all the families, athletes' families in this community. So help me show our appreciation to them tonight with our supporting sponsor and presenting sponsor, DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. And our supporting sponsors, Fidelity Bank, and Scalamos Appliance. So the next time you have an opportunity to thank any member of one of these businesses, please do so on our behalf. But first, let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you, sponsors. But tonight's event is a tribute to all things high school sports, the joys and the trials. Tonight we'll recognize over 360 student athletes from 64 schools in 31 sports from Central Mass. You've run, you've hit, you've jumped, thrown, spiked, served, or pitched your way into the record books, and being honored for that tonight. You're on the pages of your hometown websites, our social feeds, our newspapers, and of course, most importantly, into the hearts and minds of your community. So at this time, we would like all the student athletes to stand and be recognized for being here. You're all looking very dapper, thank you. Before we get going, just a few housekeeping notes. So photos and recordings from tonight's event will be published and available at telegram.com. If you take photos, please tag them. Please tag us, your posts, your stories, and use the social media hashtag CMassHSSA. Tag us at High School Sports Awards. One lucky person tonight that posts from this evening using the hashtag will win an autographed item from Charlie Coyle, who's in the house tonight. We'll announce the winner at the end of the night. May the strongest, fastest social athlete win. As we move through the awards, if you're announced as an award winner, please make your way to the stage to accept your award when your name is called. Enter the stage from my left, your right. Pause for a photo with Charlie or the presenter, and you'll exit over to your right. So we'll start tonight with all the Player of the Year awards from each individual sport. We'll then hear from Boston Bruin Charlie Coyle. Go Bees! Right. Greener pastures ahead, I'm sure, Charlie. We'll conclude with the top awards of the night, including the Boys and Girls Athletes of the Year, the Coach of the Year, and a very special award that we will announce and award later this evening. For now, I'd like to introduce our first MC, our multimedia sports content editor, John Cassisen. John, come on out and let's give some awards. Good luck.
Thanks, Andrew. I'd just like to reiterate our appreciation to community supporters, families, coaches, and athletes. It is my honor to be here tonight and recognize the most outstanding athletes in each sport. And here to help me hand out the awards is our sports editor, Jim Wilson. All right. Let's start announcing some winners. We'll start tonight with the award in baseball. Will all the award nominees in baseball please stand? And the Baseball Player of the Year is Isaac Zhang from Groton Dunstable Regional High School. Isaac Zhang capped a stellar career for the Crusaders with a season where he dominated at the plate and on the mound. He hit 582 with 3 home runs and 28 runs batted in, and also went 6-1 with a 1.16 ERA with 86 strikeouts, as Groton Dunstable finished 13-6 and qualified for the Division III state tournament. Isaac, a capital for Groton Dunstable, and the winner of the 2022 Central Mass Athletic Directors Award, came up huge in big moments for the Crusaders, with a Grand Slam to key a win against AMSA in the CMADA tournament and a 3-run shot against Westboro on senior night. Zhang will study computer engineering at Washington University in St. Louis next fall. Congratulations, Isaac. Next up, we have the Girls and Boys Player of the Year in basketball. Will all the award nominees in basketball please stand? And the Girls Basketball Player of the Year is Bree Frangillo of Hopedale High School. And the Boys Basketball winner, Boys Basketball Player of the Year, is Kyle Monahan of Maynard High School. Bree Frangillo earned her 3rd T&G Home Team Super Team selection after leading Central Mass in scoring at 20.83 points per game for the 3rd consecutive season and leading the Blue Raiders to their 1st state championship. Hopedale captured the Division V title with a win over Hoosick Valley. Bree, a 3-time captain, finished her illustrious career with 2,239 points and as the all-time leading scorer in girls or boys school history. For her career, she averaged 22.4 points, also a Hopedale record. A 3-time Dual Valley Conference Player of the Year, Frangillo scored a Hopedale record 650 points this season. Congratulations, Bree. Kyle Monahan averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists as the Tigers won the Division V state championship while finishing 26-2. That was a program record for wins in a season and the second title in school history. Monahan, a 2-time T&G Super Team selection and 2-year captain, ranked 3rd in Central Mass in scoring to finish his 4-year varsity career with 1,446 points. Good for 3rd on Maynard's all-time list. Congratulations, Kyle. Now it's time to present the top boys and girls cross-country athletes. Will all the award nominees in cross-country please stand? And the girls cross-country runner of the year is Shay Regan of Littleton High School. And the boys cross-country runner of the year is Aiden Ross of Uxbridge High School. Shea recorded top 5 finishes at the Frank Kelly and Bob McIntyre Invitationals before embarking on a gold medal run with wins at the Midwatch C Meet, Central Mass Division II Championships, the Division IIIB State Meet, and the Division III State Championships, where she covered the 5,000-meter course at the Rentham Development Center in 17 minutes, 47.4 seconds. That was a personal record by nearly 24 seconds for 5 kilometers, and the second fastest time in the state this fall. Regan will continue her running career at Northeastern University. Congratulations, Shea. Aiden Ross led the Spartans to an 8-0 dual meet record and the Southern Worcester County League Championship. He finished first at the Frank Kelly, Bay State, and Bob McIntyre Invitationals. Before winning the Division III state meet by 70 seconds to lead the Spartans to a second-place finish in the team standings, a week later, Ross cruised to the Division III state championship in 14 minutes, 47.2 seconds to set a personal record, a course record, and the fastest time in the state this fall by a hefty 18 seconds. Congratulations, Aiden. Now it's time for the awards in field hockey. Will all the award nominees in field hockey please stand? Gee, a lot of them sit right in a row back here. You know, the Field Hockey Player of the Year, Abigail Zucchini of Neshoba Regional High School. Abigail scored 8 goals and added 8 assists to lead the Wolves to an appearance in the Division II state final. Abigail was a tremendous two-way threat for Neshoba and helped the Wolves finish 17-5-1. She earned the spots on the Midwatch A All-Star team and the NFHCA All-Regional team. She is verbally committed to Rutgers University, where she will study psychology and criminal justice and play field hockey in the Big Ten. Congratulations, Abigail. Now it's time for the Players of the Year in football, presented by Sclamo's Appliance. Will all the award nominees in football please stand? The Defensive Football Player of the Year is John Furno of Blackstone Valley Tech. And the Offensive Player of the Year is Angela LaRose of South High School. John Furno was a two-way, 3-year starter who played a driving force in the Beavers going 7-3 and advancing to the Division VI state semifinals. He also earned his second straight T&G Super Team selection. The 6'4", 250-pound Furno lined up inside and outside, destroying double teams while amassing 68 1/2 tackles. 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception, which he returned for a touchdown. Furno will continue his football career at Franklin Pierce University. Congratulations, John. Angelo LaRose, put his stamp on the Central Mass record books with a tremendous junior campaign. He set 1 state and 6 Central Mass marks as the Colonels scored a program record 335 points and finished 8-3 to notch their most victories since 2006. Angelo slashed, dashed, and bashed his way to a state record 2,905 yards, which was his most memorable moment of a monumental season. His Central Mass marks include single-game rushing yards, most rushing touchdowns, total touchdowns, and points, as he earned a spot on the Massachusetts High School Football Coaches Association All-State Team. Congratulations, Angelo. And now, the awards in golf. Will all the award nominees in golf please stand? The Girls Golfer of the Year is Olivia Cutting of Notre Dame Academy. And the Boys Golfer of the Year, John Pagano of St. John's High School. Olivia Cutting earned 11 medalist honors this season as the Rebels took home wins in the CMADA Championship and placed 3rd in the North Central West MIAA Sectional, then finished 6th at the state championship. She shot an 89 to win medalist honors at the CMADA Championship and won 11 matches this season for Notre Dame. Olivia also attended the LPGA Leadership Academy at the USGA headquarters and will play under Armour World Golf Championship this summer in Orlando. Congratulations, Olivia. The senior captain, John Pagano, helped the Pioneers to an undefeated season, and he posted a scoring average of 37.5 per 9 holes. He earned team medalist honors with an even par 72 at the Cape Cod National High School Invitational. He shot a 6 over 77 at the district championship and shot a 3 over 74 for medalist honors at the state championship. John is a 3-time T&G All-Star and will attend Williams College in the fall. Congratulations, John. And now we move on to the award in gymnastics. Will all the award nominees in gymnastics please stand? And the girls' gymnast of the year is Mia Gorman of Algonquin Regional. Mia wrapped up a stellar career for Algonquin with her 4th consecutive Midwatch League All-Star nod and 1st Midwatch MVP award. Mia also placed 1st in all-around in the Midwatch Championships, was 9th in all-around at the state individual championships, and 8th at the New England Championships. Gorman, who was a captain for Algonquin, recorded season highs in the vault at 9.5, bars at 9.1, beam at 9.55, floor at 9.6, and all-around at 37.6. Congratulations, Mia. And now for the awards in hockey. Will all the award nominees in ice hockey please stand? The girls' hockey player of the year is Mallory Farrell of Algonquin Regional. And the boys' hockey player of the year is Marcus Chrysophides of Marlborough High School. Mallory Farrell, a student at Marlborough High, scored the winning goal in overtime to lift Algonquin to the Division II state championship. The 2-1 win over Canton capped a thrilling postseason ride for the Titans, who won 3 straight games in overtimes. Mallory scored 6 goals over Algonquin's last 4 tournament games, including the overtime winner against Winchester in the quarterfinals and a pair in regulation against Medfield Norton in the semis. For the season, Mallory finished with 33 goals, a program record, and 18 assists, and led Central Mass in scoring. The Titans finished their outstanding season 19-3-2. Congratulations, Mallory. Marcus, he helped Marlborough finish 21-2-1 after advancing to the Division III state final for the first time since 2005. The 5'5", 135-pound left wing piled up 38 goals and 29 assists for a Central Mass leading 67 points to finish his career with 100-plus points. Congratulations, Marcus. Okay, now for the Players of the Year in Indoor Track. Will all the award nominees for indoor track please stand? The girls' indoor track athlete of the year is Shay Regan of Littleton High School. And the boys' indoor track athlete of the year, Freddie Collins of Neshoba Regional High School. Shay, a 2-time T&G Super Team selection, finished first in the mile and the 2-mile at the Division V state meet, then won the 2-mile to complete an undefeated season in her marquee event, and placed 4th in the mile at the All-State Championships. Her top 10 times of 10 minutes 49.94 seconds in the 2-mile and 5 minutes 4.74 seconds in the mile ranked 3rd and 7th respectively in the state this season. Congratulations, Shay. Freddie Collins, a 5-time T&G Super Team selection, finished first in the 1,000-meter run, mile, and 1,600 relay at the Division I state meet to lead Neshoba to the team title. Freddie then won the mile at the All-State Championships and went on to help the 1,600-meter relay team take 5th at New England's. His top time in the mile of 4 minutes, 14.55 seconds, established with his winning effort at the MSTCA Northeast Invitational, was a school record, indoors or outdoors, and ranked 3rd overall and 1st among MIAA athletes in the state this season. Congratulations, Freddie. Let's meet the Players of the Year in lacrosse. Will all the award nominees in lacrosse please stand? The girls' lacrosse Player of the Year is Natalia Dukowicz of the Bromfield School. And the boys lacrosse player of the year is Braden McLean of Neshoba Regional High School. The latest in a long line of Bromfield athletes that can seemingly score at will. Natalia finished with 68 goals, 50 assists, as the Trojans finished 20-2 and reached the Division III state semifinal and captured the CMADA Class B title. She finishes her career with 171 goals, 92 assists for a staggering 263 career points. Natalia will continue to shine at Bentley next year as she pursues a degree in marketing. Congratulations, Natalia. Braden McLean was dominant for the Wolves, leading Central Mass with 97 goals, 32 assists, as Neshoba won 20 straight games before falling to Walpole in the Division II state tournament. A two-time captain and a two-time T&G All-Star for the Wolves, Braden set school records for points in a season, points in a game, career points, and career goals. McLean's overtime winner against Algonquin gave Neshoba the CMADA Class A title. He will continue his lacrosse career next year at Assumption University. Congratulations, Braden. And now for the awards in skiing. Will all the award nominees in skiing please stand? The girls' skier of the year is Ella Varneren of Neshoba Regional High School. And the boys' skier of the year, Noah Bagley of the Bromfield School. Ella Varneren, a Neshoba Regional Junior, dominated the Mass Bay West Omega Field this season, posting wins in 4 of 5 races and second in another to take the individual title with 499 points. She continued to shred at Mount Wachusett for the MIA Alpine Championships with a 3rd place finish in the slalom and a 16th place run in the giant slalom. Her times qualified her for the Eastern Championships, where she finished 6th in the giant slalom. Congratulations, Ella. Noah Bagley, a Bromfield junior, finished 5th in the slalom and 12th in the giant slalom at the state championship at Wachusett Mountain. Noah helped the Trojans finish 36-6, placed 2nd in the Mass Bay West Alpha League. He was highest scoring individual in the league, recording 4 first-place finishes and 2 second-place finishes for Bromfield. Congratulations, Noah. All right. To continue handing out the awards, I'll now turn it over to my colleague, Jennifer Toland, Telegram and Gazette sports reporter.
Thank you, John. Let's pick it right back up with the Players of the Year in soccer. Will all the award nominees in soccer please stand? The Girls Soccer Player of the Year is Caroline Kelly of Algonquin Regional. And the Boys Soccer Player of the Year is Alex Miller of Leominster High School. Caroline Kelly scored 8 goals and added 12 assists and led Algonquin to the Elite 8 round of the Division I state tournament to earn her second spot on the T&G Super Team. Caroline was a team captain and earned Mid-Watch A All-Star honors, as well as All-State and All-New England accolades, and helped Algonquin to a 12-6-2 record. In the fall, she will attend Tufts University, where she will study biomedical engineering and play soccer. Congratulations, Caroline. A second-year captain and 4-year varsity starter, Alex Miller registered 27 goals and 7 assists for the Blue Devils. Alex is a 3-time All-Stater and 4-time League All-Star and was named to the All-New England team this year. He's attending Quinnipiac University in the fall and will study physical therapy with an eye on one day playing in the MLS. Congratulations, Alex. Now it's time to present the award for the Player of the Year in softball. Will all the award nominees in softball please stand? And the softball Player of the Year is Riley Quirk from Wachusett Regional High School. Riley was immense for the Mountaineers this year, going 20-3 with a .89 ERA. She hit .400 with 2 homers and 38 RBIs as Wachusett finished 22-3 and advanced to the Division I state semifinal. A co-MVP of the Mid-Watch A, Riley will continue to shine next year at Providence College. Congratulations, Riley. Next, we have awards for swimming and diving. Will all the award nominees in swimming and diving please stand? The Girls Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Leona Sunkaram of Algonquin Regional. And the Boys Swimming and Diving Athlete of the Year is Kevin Dong of Shrewsbury High School. Leona was undefeated in individual events and dual meets, going 19-0. To finish her career with 32 wins and 45 top 3 finishes. Leona won the 50 and 100-yard freestyle at the Mid-Watch League Championships and took 5th in both sprints at the Central West Sectionals before making her debut at the Division I State Championships. Congratulations, Leona. Kevin Dong dominated at the Mid-Watch Championships with wins in the 200 individual medley and 100 backstroke. And he also was on the winning 200 freestyle relay and 400 freestyle relay teams. Kevin advanced to the Central West Sectional, where he took 4th in the 100 freestyle and 5th in the 50 freestyle. At the Division I state meet, Dong took 24th in the 200 individual medley and 29th in the 100 breaststroke. He has already established school records in the 100 breaststroke, 200 individual medley, 100 backstroke, and was also part of a record-setting 200 medley relay, 200 freestyle relay, and 400 freestyle relay teams. Congratulations, Kevin. Next, we have awards for tennis. Will all the award nominees in tennis please stand? The Girls Tennis Player of the Year is Suruti Nalluri of Westboro High School. And the Boys Tennis Player of the Year is Srinjoy Ghosh of Westboro High School. A 2-time captain and super teamer for the Rangers, Sruti helped Westboro reach the Division II state final and finish 18-3. She has helped the Rangers finish 47-4 over the last 3 seasons. In the fall, she will attend the University of Maryland and major in computer science with a minor in economics. Congratulations. Only a sophomore, Srinjoy excelled at first singles for the Rangers and helped Westboro finish 17-5 before falling in the Division II state final. He was 16-5 in first singles this year as the Rangers reached the state final for the 2nd straight season. Congratulations. Next, we have awards for track and field. Will all the award nominees in track and field please stand? The girls' track and field athlete of the year is Rachel Bebu of Advanced Math and Science Academy. And the boys' track and field athlete of the year is Yufi Abaka of Burncoat High School. Rachel had a tremendous performance at the Division VI championships, leaping to wins in the long jump and the triple jump and finishing 3rd in the 400. At the Meet of Champions, she finished 5th in the triple jump, tied for 16th in the long jump, and finished 23rd in the 400. Rachel will continue to shine next fall at Brown University. Congratulations, Rachel. Yufi capped off a dominant senior season with a win in the discus and a 6th place finish in the shot put at the Meet of Champions. He won both events easily at the Division III championships, tossing the discus 168 feet 1 inch and the shot put 57 feet 10.5 inches. He was also an all-star for indoor track at Burncoat and will attend Assumption University in the fall. Congratulations, Yufi. Next, we have awards for volleyball. Will all the award nominees in volleyball please stand? The girls' volleyball player of the year is Quinn Anderson of Westboro High School. And the boys' volleyball player of the year is Daniel Wickstrom of St. John's High School. Quinn Anderson followed a tremendous freshman campaign, one where she was named to the Midwatch and Telegram and Gazette All-Star teams, with an even better one this year as she helped the Rangers to a 21-1 season in the Division II state final. Quinn, the Midwatch A MVP, was named to the Massachusetts Volleyball Coaches Association Division II All-Star team after finishing with 301 kills, 239 digs, 215 service receptions, 56 aces, and 32 blocks. Congratulations, Quinn. A 2-year captain for the Pioneers and one of the top liberos around, Daniel Wickstrom earned a spot on the All-State All-Star team after leading St. John's in digs, aces, passing average, and serve-receive average for the past 2 seasons. Also a standout football player at St. John's, Daniel was named to the Catholic Conference All-Star team after helping the Pioneers finish 10-10 and reach the Division I state tournament. Congratulations, Daniel. Now for the award in wrestling. Will all the award nominees in wrestling please stand? And the Wrestler of the Year is Joshua Cordio of Neshoba Regional. Joshua capped a phenomenal career for the Wolves with an 88-6 mark over 4 seasons and a 38-1 record this year. He was named the most outstanding wrestler at the New England Championships after adding that title to his wins this season, along with the Division II State Championship and the Division II West Meet. Congratulations, Joshua. That completes our first set of awards. Please join me one more time in congratulating all of our outstanding players of the year. Now it's time to bring out our special guest.
It's the time you've all been waiting for. Our special guest scored 16 goals with 28 assists this past season for the Boston Bruins, with 2 more in their 7-game first-round playoff series loss to the Carolina Hurricanes. A native of Weymouth, Massachusetts, he has spent the past 4 seasons in Boston after being traded from Minnesota, where he started his NHL career in 2013. Coyle, who also played at Boston University, was a first-round draft pick in 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back your moderator, Joe McDonald, and help me give a big Worcester welcome to forward for Boston Bruins, Massachusetts native Charlie Coyle.
How we doing? How we doing?
How about this? Boston Bruins, Charlie Coyle. All right? Charlie, you've met a lot of these young athletes here tonight, and I'm sure it brings you back to maybe your high school days. And since this is a high school sports banquet, just let's start off with what are some of your best memories from high school?
I have a lot. It's you miss it. First off, you miss it. Like I'm 30 years old now. It's been a long time since, and you really cherish those days, and you don't realize it till you're out of them, and you're years later down the road. So I know there's a lot of people graduating here, but a lot of kids who are still going back to high school. So just cherish it, enjoy it. It goes by quick. I have a lot of good memories from teachers I've had to playing sports, certain memories, big games that we've lost, big games that we've won. So you remember a lot of that. A lot of people ask me, what's your best hockey memory? And I played in the NHL for about 10 years now. And one of my favorite ones is when I was in high school. And we lost in the state championship. And it sounds like a memory you probably want to forget, but just the run and the community of the town and the school was so awesome. And that's one of my favorite ones. So just cherish your time, enjoy it, and just make the most of it.
Well, you mentioned some of those tough losses as well. How can you learn from those just as well as you can from the victories?
Yeah, I've had a lot of games that I wish went the other way, especially at the TD Garden where I play now. We've lost Stanley Cup Final Game 7. I've lost state championship in the Garden. I've lost bean pots, college championship games. So there's a lot, and I think everyone, you go through a lot of failures in your life. I think everyone, no matter what you're doing, sports, your work, whatever it is. But you just gotta forget. You gotta learn from it, and you gotta move on. And I think you have to fail to succeed, and you're always not. Your trajectory of where you're going isn't always a straight line like this, right? There's gonna be ups and downs, and I think if you see anyone at the top of their profession, and you ask them how they got there, it's a lot of fails and a lot of just keep going. And when you fail, you move on. And that's the only way you really fail if you want to do something is if you just stop doing it, right? So you fail, keep going, you learn from it, and like I said, you make the most of it, and you keep going, and you're eventually going to get there.
I've covered a lot of pro athletes in my career, and I have to tell you, this gentleman sitting right here is one of the best pro athletes that I've dealt with, the most honest, so listen to him, he knows what he's talking about. Now, during your high school career, did you play other sports other than hockey?
Yeah, hockey was always kind of my main sport. I always loved that. I played baseball, soccer. Wanted to get in some other ones too. I remember prep school, they make you play a few sports, so I played baseball. I know there's a few lax players. I wanted to play lax, never got into it. I wish I did. One of my regrets, football too. I never got to play, but I'd play all those in the backyard. I had 2 older sisters who played sports. They played softball, volleyball, soccer, so we were always playing in the backyard and around the neighborhood, and we had a big sports family growing up. But hockey was always my main one, but I love getting to play different sports and learn new skills, and I think that's pretty crucial for kids.
This is one of my favorite questions to ask pro athletes, elite coaches, managers, doesn't matter, but those athletes who reach the top of their profession. But how important is it not to specialize and to play different sports?
Yeah, I think what I kind of just touched on is like, you want to create new skills, and I think playing different sports can help you in other aspects. And then also the volume of it. You see, especially young kids too, but it can be high school kids as well. I think you're playing year round. I got my kid playing in this tournament. Well, they're going to get run down and beat up. And then you love the sport and you want to keep that love of the game in there. And I think when you kind of overdo it, that love for the game can kind of diminish, and you don't want that to happen. And you see kids, and as you get into high school and you get into weightlifting and doing this, and just your volume of exercise, if you're playing that one sport over and over for a full year, it's going to wear on you. And especially hockey, in my case example, we have our hips that a lot of hockey players have problems with, and it's an awkward movement. It's not what you're naturally supposed to do with your body. You do that year round, you're going to be going against the grain come next season. So I think a break is such a good thing, and it's something that I've learned. But we're all competitive, we're all athletes, so I want to keep going and get better, and that's fine, you can put in your work, but there's ways to kind of work around that and still rest at the same time.
Mm-hmm. You went to Thayer Academy, and what was that experience like for you?
It was great. I wanted to try to go to a prep school to prep more to get into a good college and hopefully get a good education along the way. I wasn't the best student, I wasn't the best athlete. I wanted to challenge myself, and it was a challenge, but it was something that, looking back, I'm really glad that I did. I met some great people, guys who are I'm still very close with today, and some of my best friends, and teachers that kind of pushed me in different directions and challenged me as well. So I'm glad I got to see the prep school side, and I did public school as well, but I kind of went all different avenues, and you take a little from every place you've gone and use it to your advantage going forward.
Well, I'm sure since this room is filled with athletes, I'm sure everybody, show of hands, the movie Miracle, right? Come on, how many people have watched, right? That great speech by Herb Brooks at the end. Charlie, you represented Team USA for the World Juniors. What was it like to put the red, white, and blue on?
It was unbelievable. You dream of that. You dream of that, doing that when you're younger, and you bring up Miracle. It might still be my favorite movie. I think I was 12 years old when it came out. I remember I was playing when I was 12 years old, and we had a game that day, and our whole team went to the movie theaters and got pumped up watching Miracle, and I think we ended up winning that game pretty easily because of that. But I used to watch that movie every day before school waking up, to be honest. I used to love it. So I always wanted to represent my country in any fashion, and World Juniors was my first taste of it. So I'm really glad. It's such an honor to put those colors on and represent and try to win a medal for your country. And then you want to get to other big stages, Olympics and things like that, and those are still goals that I have.
Well, staying with your progression, you were able to play for one of the best college hockey programs in the country at Boston University. Just again, what was that experience like, especially being a local guy playing in front of friends and family, because that can't be an easy thing to do.
Right. Yeah. It was. I always loved, growing up just half hour south of Boston, Weymouth. I wanted to play for one of those Boston schools. I was always Boston University, Boston College. I was always more towards Boston University because I played for the Boston Junior Terriers when I was like 10 years old, and I had a cousin, Tony Amonte, who played at BU, and he ended up going to the NHL. I always wanted to follow in his footsteps. It's when you have a cousin who's kind of gone the ranks and made it to the pros, it becomes that much more real. Well, hey, someone in my family has done that. Why can't I, right? So I always wanted to go to BU, and they were the first school to talk to me and offer me a scholarship, and I couldn't have been more excited and happy about it. I remember walking out of Jack Parker, the coach's at the time's office, and he said, hey, we're offering you this, but go think about it. And I remember walking out with my dad. I go, Dad, I want to go right back in there and tell him I'm in, because I know I'm in. Like, there's no other school. That's my top right there. And let's just go do what we're told here. And then I think I called him the next day and said, I'm in, But a very great experience, an awesome school, getting a good education. And that's the main goal, is to, do your studies and set yourself up to go to a good school, get a good education, and see where that leads you.
You mentioned a little earlier about maybe some advice, but a lot of the kids in here are going on to play at college, and I'm sure it's a little overwhelming at this point. Excited, but maybe nervous. So what's maybe a best piece of advice for these outgoing seniors, soon to be freshmen at the college level, just to kind of maybe help ease that a little bit?
Yeah, it's all good nerves to have. I don't know what you guys think of me, if you think I'm confident or not, but I'm really not. I have nerves too. I'm sure you guys coming up here on the big stage and going back there and seeing me, you guys are nervous. I'm nervous right with you guys, and maybe I don't show it. Maybe I've done it a little more, but I get the same way, and that was me going to school. That's me going to next year. I play my 10th season. I've done it 9 years, but I'm still nervous for next year, right? So it means that you're ready. It means you're excited. And it's something that you want to do. And being a student athlete in school, it's a tough task, but it's one you guys can all handle. And I think you guys can all have a great time if you treat it the right way. You can go to college, you can make sure you do your work and keep up with your schoolwork. I'm sure as your parents, teachers, coaches tell you. You can have your fun, but it's all in moderation, right? So make sure you focus on the task at hand and get your stuff done, and you can still enjoy college and do with that.
And then you get to the process of deciding to turn pro. What was that process like, and kind of what went into that decision to decide to get to that next level?
Yeah, I mean, you go to college and you want to get your education and graduate. The way it was kind of projecting for me was after my sophomore year, it was looking like I could make the jump to go play in the NHL, and so we made the decision that I would leave and go pursue that. And the good thing to have beyond that, if stuff doesn't work out or I get injured, and you always got to make sure there's a kind of a backup plan per se in place. But I can always go back to school and get my education after hockey, right, or whenever that time ends. So that's always nice to have. That was kind of a peace of mind that we had and talks I had with my family. But that was my dream, playing hockey, and I wanted to pursue that and make that a reality. And I felt like I was ready. Having talks with my family, agent, coaches, and all those people who are close to you in your tight circle, and we all decided to make the move, and it was a pretty cool feeling to be able to do that and finally get to pro hockey and see what that life is all about.
Now, you're known as a local guy. Junior Terriers, Thayer Academy, Boston University. What was it like for a New England kid to go out to Minnesota and start your pro career playing for the Minnesota Wild?
I think it worked out for the best. I didn't know much about Minnesota. I don't think I've ever been there before I played there. But they call it the state of hockey, so I was pretty pumped about that, going out for hockey, and they love it there. They love their sports, and I found out how the Midwesterners are out there. Everyone's really nice. It's a little different than Bostonians and people around here. But I can say that because I'm from here. But they say Minnesota nice out there, and the people are very nice. And I loved it out there. I spent 6.5 years. And I think early on in my career, I think it was great to kind of go away from home and kind of learn and not know too many people, not too many distractions, and kind of do your own thing and just kind of settle in and learn from a different place out there. I think that was really good for me instead of, here I am in Boston now. If I started out when I was younger, you never know how that, how you deal with different things when you're younger and less mature. So I think I matured pretty well out there, and I think that helped big time to kind of go away from home.
You mentioned Minnesota being the state of hockey, and one of the coolest traditions in pro hockey, I think anyway, and is before at the start of the season in Minnesota, they have all of the season ticket holders and the fans bring water from their local lake, and they pour it into the Zamboni, and that's how they make the ice for the Minnesota Wild. Is so it's the state of 10,000 lakes, right? And they put the water. I mean, that's
they call it state of 10,000 lakes. I think there's like 11,000, but I think 10,000 sounds better for some reason. But they love hockey out there, and that's one cool thing that they do, and everyone kind of has their part, bring their town, and they're all at the the Xcel Energy Center where we played.
Yeah.
But I love it out there. The summers are great, but the winters are cold as anything, and but that means the ponds are frozen, and there's a lot of lakes and ponds out there, and you always see someone skating, playing pond hockey, and that's what I miss most about playing during the winter is not being, going on the lake and playing and lacing up the skates and just skating in the open air. That's the best thing, and that's how they do it out there. So I fell in love with it out there.
And every season, right around the trade deadline, the NHL trade deadline, Charlie's name would always come up in rumors. Boston Bruins want Charlie Coyle, which was true. It just never worked out until finally it did. You get the call from Don Sweeney, your agent, calling you, telling you you're coming home to play for the hometown Boston Bruins. Just what was that like for you?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you a story how it really happened. It's pretty funny. I'm playing in Minnesota, and we have a trip to go play the New York Rangers, I'm pretty sure. So we had to travel. So our flight leaves at 2 o'clock. It's in the morning, and I got a call from our GM from Minnesota there, and said, that's not good. So I answer, and he says, hey, Chud, I just want to let you know that we're trading you, and I can't tell you where you're going because it's not finalized yet, but I just don't want you to go on the plane to go to New York only to come back, and so I'm just saving you a trip. So like, that's very nice, but where am I going, And he just couldn't tell me. He's like, I just can't officially tell you right now, but he says, I think you'll be okay with it. And he left me with that, and I'm like, well, what the heck does that mean, So, and immediately you go to, is it Boston? But I'm like, I don't want to think it's Boston, and then I'll be let down. So, like, I think a lot of people think we have the inside scoops on things, like who's our next coach, who's this and that. Like, I don't know anything. I'm like everyone else. I went home and refreshed Twitter. I had the NHL Network on. I was texting my buddies, like, anyone got anything here? Like, where am I going? But it was the weirdest, I think, time in my career where you're in the NHL, but you don't know what team you're on. And it probably doesn't sound weird, but it was just a very odd feeling. Must have been a few hours, and then finally you see someone break the news on Twitter. I don't know if it was you or what. I don't know who it was, but and you say Boston. I think I can trust that guy. So I got everyone calling my family and things like that, and it was pretty special. And just to go home and be able to see my family more, play at home and play for a great organization, Original Six team, and they were on a tear at that time. I think they were on like a 19-game point streak, and they're on a running start heading to playoffs. So that was a team you want to play for, and to do it at home was pretty special.
Yeah. All right, time. How about some fun here? Let's some rapid fire questions. Okay, these we'll just shoot them out there for you. All right, what's your favorite color?
Favorite color is I think I gotta say black. It's kind of weird to say, but someone here was wearing all black, and I was pretty jealous. He was looking good. Where are you? I can't see anything. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, stand up. Where are you? Yeah.
There
we go. There we go.
That's a good-looking man right there. Oh yeah. So black.
All right. Charlie usually walks into the TD Garden before the games, and sporting the black.
That's the go-to.
That's pretty good. All right. Favorite type of candy?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have to ask you this. My daughter, who was backstage, one time during, she must have gone to a practice with me, and why does Charlie Coyle chew gum? And I'm like, wow, I'll ask him. So went into the locker room, and it's, Charlie, I have a question for you. Why do you chew gum during practice?
They made me spit it out right before I came on here. I was chewing back there too. I think it's a nerves thing. I think I just figured that out. I just like something to chew, and it just kind of, I don't know, keeps me in the zone. But during the game, I wear a mouth guard. So I've actually taken my mouth guard a few times and tried chewing gum. Like, I'm just asking for my teeth to get knocked out here. But I don't know what it is. It's just something that I just like to do. I think it calms me down a bit, and I wish I was chewing gum right now, to be honest.
Are those all real?
No, I got a couple half-fake guys right there. So I've learned to put the mouth guard back in, yeah.
That's great. All right. Your favorite cheat meal? A lot of athletes here. Everybody's, diets, everything else. But what's your favorite cheat meal?
What's considered cheat meal? What about, I love chicken wings. Are chicken wings cheat meal with all the sauce on there, maybe? No. What about,
Come on.
I love pizza. I like any pizza, and I could eat pizza all day.
All right. Well, that leads into the next question. Your favorite restaurant in Boston, but let's, combine that with where do you get the best pizza?
Oh, that's tough. My favorite restaurant is probably right now, it's probably Lola 42.
Yeah.
But it's because I love sushi.
Yeah.
They don't have pizza there, but they have some other good stuff. Best pizza place. I order from this place. It's called Alexandria's. I don't know where it is. It's in Boston somewhere. But my fiance loves that one, and she's the one who orders it and found it. But I love it.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of dog lovers in here, right? Dog lovers, guys? Right? All right. Charlie has two?
Two.
What type of dogs do they have?
Golden Retrievers.
Golden Retrievers. And what are their names?
We have Bodie, call him Bodie Boy, and then Gracie Girl.
Casey.
Gracie, yeah. They're the loves of my life, and my fiance. But I love my dogs.
She would say the same thing about you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they keep me busy.
That's awesome. All right, let's just keep now getting back to the school theme, maybe. So you mentioned earlier about mentors and coaches. Who is that one teacher or coach that really stands out in your mind, as a young athlete?
I don't like answering this question just for the fact that
There's too many.
There are a lot, and you don't want to leave someone out, right? And you take a little bit from each teacher and coach that you've had, but I think that really it makes you. I want to stress you never know, like all your teachers. It might be a class you don't really enjoy too much, or maybe a sport you got to play, whatever. But if you really zone in on what they're saying, you can pick up something that you might remember for the rest of your life and might help you out. So I just want to say that. But my dad coached me all the way up until high school, and he's been so instrumental for me to where I am, and giving up his time to volunteer. He was never a crazy parent, like never forced me to go do stuff or do that, but he was always harder on me when we were playing because I was his son and I think he knew he could. But he was my mentor early on, and it was nice kind of when I got to high school. I missed him, but it was nice he was in the crowd and wasn't one of those crazy hockey parents where he's yelling and banging on the glass. He just stays quiet, and then behind the scenes when I call him after I see him, then he gives me the business. But no, he's been great along the way. He's been you feel lucky to have. You just think everyone has that, right? But you feel lucky looking back and learn other people's stories, and people didn't have that support or had way too much, over the top and yell and scream, whatever you want to call it. To have a guy like him has been so lucky. I feel so lucky to have that, and I still text him after every game. I'll have a text from him, and he'll tell me I played like crap, or maybe he'll say congrats on the goal, whatever, or the win, and sometimes you have a bad game and you don't want to, I got to answer a text, but I have a dad, a supportive dad. There's not much to complain about there.
Absolutely. Well, enough of the boring questions from me. I think we have a few questions here from the audience.
Let's hear it. What do we got? Come on.
What do we got? All right, just tell us your name, where you're from, and shoot away.
Hello, I'm Aiden Ferguson from Douglas High School, and my question is, how do you feel about the Bruins letting Bruce Cassidy go after 5 straight winning seasons and winning Coach of the Year in 2019?
And what was the last part? Sorry.
And he won Coach of the Year in 2019.
Yes, he did. He did win the Coach of the Year. He's been great for us. I feel, like I said, I feel lucky to have learned from him, and we've had a great record since he's been here. He's done a lot of good for us. It's just the nature of the business, I have no control over that right now, anyways. You feel for people like that because he has a family and kids who have been rooted here, and now they have to leave. And luckily he got another job offer and got hired in Vegas. But I don't think people realize that the big move with the kids, and they create friends here, and they get to move out, so you feel for that, right? Sometimes teams make decisions, and sometimes they're very hard ones. Maybe it works out, hopefully it does. But that's decisions we got to live with, and hopefully we have someone new come in and and steer our ship in the right direction. And but Bruce has done a great job for us, as I think everyone knows, and we'll obviously miss him. But wish him best of luck, and him and his family, because that's a tough thing. But good question.
Stole my question. Good job, buddy.
Hi, my name is Peyton Reno, and I'm from Auburn High School. So my question for you is, what is your favorite feeling when you're on the ice? Like, I play softball. My favorite feeling is hitting a home run and then having my whole team there at the plate. What's that for you in hockey?
That's a really good question. I got to think about this for a sec.
I know. These guys are going to start taking my job.
Yeah. I mean, definitely scoring a goal. Anytime you score a goal, but I'm not a guy who shows it. You know, if you watch like Pastrnak or some of these other guys, DeBrusque, and they do a big celebration, like I'm lucky if I just do that, you know. But I am excited. I just don't know how to react really still. I'm figuring it out. But I'd say, you know, like a playoff game and the overtime goal, no matter who scores it, and it's just a big win. And if I watch our highlights or something, or I watch my shifts, or I see a camera angle where we score or I score, whoever, but you see the bench's reaction to it, I think it's so cool to see grown men on a bench jumping up and down when we score a goal and like act like kids. That's what makes playing so fun. So I don't know if I answered your question, but something along those lines. But that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Nice job.
What's up, Charlie?
What's up?
My name is Sean Hiley, and I go to North Middlesex High. And my question is, what is the inspiration behind 3A Gear and the Dungeon?
That's a good question too. So 3A Gear is a clothing line that a couple of guys from my town, they're a little older than me in high school, they started that on their own. And I used to work out when I was in high school with these kids at the Dungeon, which was the Weymouth High School gym. And we had a strength coach by the name Pat O'Toole, older guy who volunteered all his time to come down there and train all the athletes on his own time. And he put his heart and soul into that thing. And he got me involved in working out and played a big part in where I am today and getting going with working out and treating your body right and all that good stuff. So these guys created that line. They asked me if I wanted to kind of link up with them and create a CC13 line and see where that goes. And the proceeds would go to the Dungeon and Pat O'Toole and help them out. And I jumped at it right away. I owe a lot to Pat O'Toole, and so we started doing that. I thought it was just going to be a quick thing, and we're still doing it a couple years later, and it's going pretty well. So if you guys need some clothes or anything, 3A Gear, CC13. Good question.
Thank you.
Nice job, guys. All right, Charlie, well, before we wrap it up, just what's your final piece of advice for these student athletes before they leave this auditorium tonight?
There's a lot I could tie in, I think. Bear with me here. I'm not the best at speaking here, but I think just as a whole, student athletes, I think no matter where you are, if you're a kid or older, it's, you want to work hard, right? If you want to get to where you want to be, you got to put in the work and time. I think a lot of people, will ask and wonder, like, what's the secret to getting to the top of the league or getting here, getting there? And I think the secret is there's no secret. It's just you put in the time, you put in the work. Like, some people are born with more skill in certain areas, and that's just how it is. Some people have to work harder for it, but we all have to work harder if we get where we want to be. So you just got to put in the time. You got to do what others don't want to do if you want to, get to where you want to be, because there's a lot of people who want to do that. Obviously, you guys are going off to college, and some still in high school now, but keep your studies up. I've seen a lot of kids throw away opportunities because they just didn't do their homework. They didn't keep their grades up. I'm sure you guys all know that and hear that, but it's so crucial. You don't want to let that and have regrets. Let that slip away, and then you're looking back, and I wish I would have done this, right? So that's the other thing. And 3, I think it's most important, just be a good person. It's my parents stressed that to me, ever since I was younger. Whether it was at school and you see bullying, never put someone down. You see someone getting bullied, step in and just kind of diffuse the situation if you can. I know some people are shy. I was shy, but just treat everyone the way you want to be treated. I guess that's the bottom line. You see someone having a bad day, say hello. You never know what a simple hello can do for people. But you're going to meet a lot of people on the way, and I think I think back to high school, middle school, and you remember how people treated you. That's the one thing you remember. So make sure when you're interacting with people, you treat them the way you want to be treated. And I think that way the world will be a better place. It really will. But I think everyone has a hand in it, and whether you think you don't, you do. But it's been great meeting all you guys tonight, and I love coming up and getting a good handshake from people and looking in the eye and having everyone be so polite to me. So that goes a long way at things I remember. So take that for what it's worth, but thank you guys for being here.
Outstanding advice. Well, Charlie, great advice. Thank you so much for your time all day today. We really appreciate it. Everybody, Charlie Coyle.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It was the little red door that did it. Something about it just said home. Not one door among a dozen like at my old apartment, but my own door. A door that leads to a yard where my dog can play, and a mailbox that says my name. For the very first time in my life. My mortgage from DCU means a place to call my own. What will DCU mean to you?
Please welcome back to the stage John Conseason, Multimedia Content Editor, Sports for Telegram and Gazette.
Thank you very much, Charlie. That was a great interview, wasn't it? Okay, now for the top awards of the night, and my colleague Jennifer Toland will be presenting the plaques as we get this. It's my great honor to present the award for the Coach of the Year. Given to the coach who has shown tremendous leadership and a commitment to excellence through success in their sport, but also through their incredible impact on the lives of our student athletes. Will all the coaches in the room please stand to be recognized? The finalists for Coach of the Year are Diego McLean of South High School, Chris McMahon of Grafton High School, and Kelly Roseborough of Uxbridge High School. And the winner is Diego McLean of South High School. Changing the culture of a program is no easy task, but that's what South High's Diego McLean was able to do with the Colonels this season. Led by Grace O'Gara and Tamia Nunes, South finished 20-2 and reached the second round of the Division II state tournament. More importantly, South boasted a 3.87 combined grade point average as a team in the classroom. McLean also runs the Worcester Sting AAU program and has been instrumental with the development of many area athletes in Central Mass. Congratulations, Coach. After recognizing greatness in coaching, it makes sense to highlight athletes who came together under their guidance to perform at a level above the competition. In that spirit, it's my honor to present the award for the Team of the Year. The finalists this year for Team of the Year are the Algonquin Regional Girls Hockey Team, the Maynard High School Boys Basketball Team, and the Wachusett Regional High School Girls Basketball Team. And the winner of Team of the Year, the Algonquin Regional Girls Hockey Team. The Algonquin girls hockey team made a habit of coming up big when it mattered most all season, and it paid off with a Division II state championship. The Titans came into the postseason with a number 10 seed and kept knocking off opponents thanks to the stellar goaltending from Lana Pacific and some timely scoring. Algonquin topped number 9 Canton in overtime when sophomore Mallory Farrell scored the winner with 1:58 left to start the celebration. The Titans finished 19-3-2 and also won a semifinal thanks to an overtime goal from Emily Johns, and won a quarterfinal with another overtime winner from Farrell. Congratulations to the Algonquin Regional Girls Hockey Team. And now it's time to honor greatness and strength that transcends sports, with the 2022 Courage Award presented by Fidelity Bank. What an honor it is to recognize this amazing student, athlete, and person. Caitlin Fairhurst, a Grafton senior field hockey player, considers herself mostly deaf after having 12 surgical procedures once doctors discovered a tumor on her hearing bones while she was in elementary school. She hasn't let that stop her, and she plays with a cochlear implant, a surgically placed electronic device with internal and external parts. After being part of a team that has reached the second round of the MIAA Division II Field Hockey Tournament, she is set to play for Pace University.
I met Caitlin when she came into our club in 5th grade, and to say that she was a Spitfire is probably a huge understatement. She always walked in with the best energy, always excited to see everyone, and I've seen her develop into an amazing human being. And she's gone through a lot to get to that point. You know, it takes a lot of perseverance, dedication to herself, to get through the things that she's gone through, the challenges with hearing loss. There were games where we had a game and next thing you know, mom's texting me that she's in the ER with ear problems. And you would never guess that, you know, a kid, she was going through those things. She has not missed a beat at our club. She has not missed a beat at practice. And she's competed consistently hard in games. She's just a remarkable human being who always remains positive no matter what the situation that she's faced with, and she's faced with a lot this year, and you know, came out stronger and more dedicated to her sport and her academics, and just being an overall outstanding person.
Her first surgery, she had to have her eardrum removed and replaced, and there was a growth in her ear which had to be removed, and she had many more growths after that. They were reoccurring. So she switched last April to the cochlear, and it was just game-changing. At first, she was a little intimidated by it because it was very different and it was very visible, but then she just, it was serving her its purpose for her, and that's how she took it.
I was diagnosed with cholesteatoma in my left ear when I was maybe in 5th or 6th grade, and I've had 15 surgeries for it. All of them were for reconstruction of my eardrum and my just widening of my ear canal, and I've had skin grafts done, fat grafts, cartilage grafts, all of them to try and make a new eardrum. I had my eardrum closed this December, and it was definitely a huge life change, but I mean, I have my cochlear implant, and I make it work every day just by doing what everyone else does, and most of the time people don't even notice.
Caitlin's message to persevere through kind of in the face of adversity is a really, really good one and a strong one. You know, starting at a really young age to learn or to develop a loss of your hearing is such a huge impact on everyone's life. To have people understand, you know, and to use kind of Caitlin's as inspiration to it's not a great situation. It's not information that you hear. This is not the path you would have chosen, but what's the best you can do in this given situation, I think is a good message.
Her commitment is out of this world. I give her a lot of credit, and she motivates me to keep going. There's some practices, I'm not in the great mindset where I don't want to give it my best, but she encourages me to keep going. So I thank Caitlin for that. If it wasn't for her, my experience wouldn't have been the same on and off the field, whether it was Worcester County United or Grafton Field Hockey.
Caitlin's always been a selfless teammate. She's always just been so hardworking, so driven, and she has just taught me so much as a player. She's not one to complain. She's always there to put the work in. She always wants to put the work in, and definitely someone I look up to as a teammate. I just applaud her for pushing through all of it, and at the end of the day, it just goes to show, all of that effort that she put in, it really helped to, bring her to this successful career. And she's committed to Division II. She's ready to play. She's strong. She's healthier than ever, and I couldn't be prouder than her. I'm so happy for her.
I'm really excited to send Caitlin off to Pace University to play for Coach Kinsley next year, and I think that's really going to even skyrocket Caitlin to being a better player than she is today.
Very recently, she tried out for a USA field hockey program, and she made it through the first round, and she's heading into the next round, which will be for the finals, which is a big deal. It's an accomplishment that I don't know if she even realizes what an accomplishment it is. We're beyond proud. She sets high goals for herself, and she is reaching for them and going after them every day, and it's an honor to watch her.
I would definitely think the drive I have comes from just the will of wanting to put everything I have into the sport and see how far it can take me, because being on the field is something special to me, and I definitely hold it close to my heart, and every day I'm on the field is a good day. So I definitely just take what I can, and if I'm outside playing field hockey, that's a bonus.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for the 2022 Courage Award recipient, Caitlin Fairhurst.
What's up, everybody? Rob Gronkowski here, and I want to give all of the student athletes a major shout out for having a great year and earning this special honor. I'm here to help celebrate you, your accomplishments, and your wins. You are all winners in my book, and I know about winning. Just keep putting in that work towards achieving your goals in both sports and life, because the sky's the limit. But you are the only one who can make it happen. These winners are a true testament of that. Here are your Athletes of the Year.
Wow. Big thanks to the one and only Rob Gronkowski for providing a special message for tonight's show. I guess it didn't include him coming back to football, but... And make sure to tune in to the USA Today National High School Sports Show on July 31st, hosted by Gronk and Vernon Davis. It will be one you do not want to miss. It's time for our biggest awards of the night, the Boys and Girls Athlete of the Year, presented by DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. To help present these awards, I'd like to welcome to the stage Corporate Communications and Relationship Manager at DCU, Ed Neiser.
Thank you, John. Before we move on, I'd like to take a moment and congratulate all the student athletes in the room here tonight. Give it up for them, guys. This is your night, and I am thrilled to be here celebrating and honoring all of you. All right. And now we continue with the top awards of the night. On behalf of DCU Digital Federal Credit Union, it's my honor to present the Girls Athlete of the Year. And the finalists are Hope Brookhouse, Whitensville Christian School, Natalie Horton, St. Paul, and Shay Regan of Littleton High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Girls Athlete of the Year, the amazing Shay Regan of Littleton High School. I don't know how many miles she's put in tonight, but she's been up here quite a few times, guys. Give it up for Shay once again. Shay capped off a tremendous senior season for the Tigers by earning 3 spots of the TNG's All-Star teams. She was named the Athlete of the Year in cross country and indoor track, in addition to her honor on the outdoor track team. Regan set the tone in the fall, taking top spots at the Midwalk C meet, Central Mass Division II Championships, Division IIIB State Meet, and the D3 State Championships, where she covered the 5,000-meter course at the Rentham Development Center in just 17 minutes, 47.4 seconds. The northeastern-bound Regan continued her tear in the winter, taking first place in the mile and the 2-mile at the Division V State Meet to complete an undefeated season in her marquee event, and also taking fourth in the mile at the All-State Championships. In the spring, Regan set school records in the mile and the 2-mile, and also shined in the 800 as Littleton finished second in the Division VI State Championship. Everyone join me in congratulating Shay on a great accomplishment. Nice job, Shay. And now, for the final award of the night, the 2022 Boys Athlete of the Year. This is such a competitive and prestigious award, and the finalists are Ryan Boyce of Northbridge High School, Freddie Collins, Neshoba Regional High School, and Tucker McDonald of Wachusett Regional High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Boys Athlete of the Year. And I think we'll be seeing this elite athlete in the future. You guys ready for this? Tucker McDonald of Wachusett Regional High School. Tucker McDonald earned a spot on the football and boys basketball super teams this season after helping the Mountaineers finish 8-3 in the fall and 18-5 in the winter. Tucker, who is currently sifting through plenty of Division I college football offers, including ones last week from Rutgers, Harvard, Buffalo, Rhode Island, and Bryant. He threw for 1,185 yards and 15 touchdowns to lead Wachusett on the gridiron. McDonald followed up with a team-high 11.6 per game as a point guard to lead the Mountaineers on the basketball court. Tucker was also a standout shortstop for the Wachusett Mountaineers, but sat out the season focused on camps and showcases for college. Everyone, please join me in congratulating Tucker. Nice job, Tucker.
Please welcome back to the stage Andrew Chernoff.
All right, what a night. Thank you, athletes, parents, coaches, and our supporters for celebrating with us tonight. But before we leave, it's time to announce our social media athlete, which I have on me somewhere. And our winner is Jaden Naff on Twitter. Yeah, Jaden! All right, I think Jaden is supposed to come up here. And let's get Charlie out here one more time.
Good job. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, this is for you.
Oh,
Unless you don't want it, I can keep it.
by all means.
All right.
I said it in the tweet too. Please.
Congrats, Jaden. All right, and don't forget all award winners. Before you make your way home, please make your way backstage for a group photo right after the show. And one more big thank you to our presenting sponsor, DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. And our supporting sponsors, Fidelity Bank and Sklamos. And of course, the staff of the Telegram and Gazette and Telegram.com. Thank you. And one more time for Charlie Coyle. Go Bees. And remember, you can check out photos and coverage of tonight's event at telegram.com. And seniors, good luck next year. Go get them, underclassmen. We hope to see you all again next year. Good night. And thank you for attending the Central Mass Sports Awards.
Attention, award recipients. Please make your way to the stage for a group photo. Again, if you won an award this evening, please go to the stage for a group photo.